Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I truly hope that the sound that's coming from this beautiful and very high energetically, vibrationally Indian Ocean will not bother you too much, because I have some things to share with you from Poland. But before I get into this, I would like to ask you if you are interested in art and you love art. Some of you are, because I remember when I was in Russia, I was showing you many of the museums that I have visited while I was there. I have recorded really beautiful art from the local artist here. This will be at the end of the video, so you can see it right at the end. I have his WhatsApp number as well. I'm not sure if he ships, but if you ever come to Sri Lanka and you're interested in his art, very nice young guy. We had a nice chat about his artwork. If I would have a place that I can take it with me too, I will definitely buy at least 1-2 things from him. Prices are the large one $120, the medium size $90, and the smallest size is $75. So stay all the way to the end of the video. I will attach those links. You can see his artwork. Now, before we get to the news, I will walk away there. It's more quiet, I hope. I will show you the view. It's so beautiful, guys. I highly recommend you to come to Sri Lanka. I really mean it. Beautiful. All right, let's go there so I can tell you why I have put those monkeys, local monkeys as well, in the beginning of this video, because we have some monkey business going on with this Ukraine grain. And I will explain to you a little bit more about this. Maybe this is not too loud for you, I hope it's not. Well, I'm gonna record here. So let's talk about what this situation with grain in Poland really means, this Ukrainian grain that was entering Poland. I found a really nice summary of this, and it says that we have too much grain, we should export it. There remains the problem of clogged silos with grain from the last year's harvest and clogged warehouses of processors who bought grain from Ukraine instead of domestic grain. The result is that, according to the experts, we currently have several million tons of grain, too much in the country, and we should sell it abroad as soon as possible. Farmers, however, do not want to do this because the price is still too low for them. If the government actually somehow buys this grain from them for 1,400 zloty, which approximately is 340 US dollars, then it will be able to sell it on foreign markets, probably at loss. So what's happening? The government is offering farmers now to pay them 1,400 zloty, buy this from them, but then it looks like the government will be selling this at loss. Another description here, which is about the consequences of this situation, is the most serious impact of today's situation might be that there will be no place to store the grain from the new harvest, which will start in less than 3 months. This in turn will mean that in a year from now, in the spring of 2024, there will be too little of this grain, and as a result, we will have to resort to import this grain, probably at the record high prices, because a customer in need always pays more. Okay guys, I've moved to a different spot. It's just easier to read here. So yes, the grain situation. Now, Morawiecki responded to this during his meeting with farmers. I just say this straight to the point quickly. This crisis is fault of one person, and that is, we know who. It's Putin's fault. Now, let's go to the topic that might be actually the title of this video. which is government's plan in case of war in Poland. There is a draft regulation of the Ministry of National Defense. The regulation, which was published on Monday this week on the website of the Ministry of National Defense, defines the organization and procedures for the preparation of the national security management system, including state defense. One of the most important changes is the extension of the powers of guess who? Of the Prime Minister, Morawiecki vel Pinocchio. This is one of the most important changes in the extension of the powers and the governmental plan in case of a war. And the head of the government will be able to flexibly shape the composition of the national security management system. That's what it says. There you have it. More power for Pinocchio. This means that PM will be able to include other bodies in the system as well. Now, one more thing for you I have about Duda's words, Polish President Duda. And that was after the meeting with Italian President Sergio Mattarella. Duda spoke about the war in Ukraine and he made a quite ridiculous statement again. So before I go into his words, I just want to tell you this. This shows you what Polish president thinks about peace, in my opinion, in simple words. Duda spoke about the war in Ukraine. He stated that there is a risk of Russia attacking another country if Putin succeeds in the Ukrainian conflict. He pointed out that recently there have been words about possible peace talks and the end of the war. He warned that one cannot make concession to Russia at the same time. Here is the quote from Duda. Well, as a neighbor of Ukraine, the President of the Republic of Poland, but also the President of an EU member state, I want to say from here, from our part of Europe, that anyone who calls for the peace and cessation ending of the aid for Ukraine today, in the face of ongoing Russia aggression, is really acting in the interest of Moscow. In fact, he acts in the interest of Russia. In fact, he wants Russia to defeat Ukraine. So this is what Duda says, that anyone who wants peace is acting in the interest of Russia, Moscow, and he wants Russia to win. This is what peace means to him. So guys, this video I will end here. Check out the art before the end of this video. And tomorrow I am taking a trip very early in the morning to a beautiful place. It's a temple. I will be climbing over 500 steps or something like that. Hopefully I can record a little bit from there for you. And yeah, that's it for today, everyone. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you guys very, very much. Thank you for all your kind comments, all your support. If you enjoy this content and the way how I deliver it, please hit that like. I appreciate it. And definitely follow me on Instagram to see more pictures and more stories there. What else? Yeah, check out my books for children and my novel, and join my mailing list also on Rumble. I have to repost on Rumble now too. So all the links are down below the video. Lots of love, everyone. And I see you tomorrow. Bye, guys.